Welcome back, Tater to my channel for a new episode of the K-Drama Legacy Generation 1 Fisherman's Daughter, episode 16. So in the last episode, we met a couple of new characters, so let's take a look. First up is Yumi Cho. She is the daughter of one of the park's business partners, and that puts a lot of pride in his daughter's, the businessman, he puts a lot of pride in his daughter's athletic abilities. And in the past, he had Mrs. Park get Hyung-sik to train with his daughter in the hopes that he would help her progress her talents, but he was also secretly hoping something more might come of it. Then we have Taeyeon Park, and no, they're not related, but her mother works with Mrs. Park and was able to have her send Hyung-sik to help tutor her daughter when she was struggling in school. It only helped to an extent since she spent most of her time studying him as he talked. And so now let's move on to the recap. The night of the business party arrived, and Yoonah met up with Hyung-sik, who was so happy to see her and thought she looked beautiful. And that's when they ran into Yumi and Taeyeon. Hyung-sik really reassured her that nothing ever happened with either of them. And the next day, he wanted to treat her, so he took her to a spa where they could relax together and spend some much-needed time alone. And Yoonah found out he wouldn't be able to return with her, and he would have to stay behind just a bit longer, but he promised he would come back. And the two said their farewells, and Yoonah began her preparations for heading home, and that is where it leads us to the start of today's episode. The morning flew by. Hyung-sik had headed off to work earlier, so I was left alone with the rest of his family. I didn't want him to leave. When he hugged me goodbye, I didn't want to let go, but I knew I had to. I was getting all of my things packed away when I heard a knock on my door. "Come in," I called. Miss Kim then walked into the room. She bowed slightly and spoke. "Pardon the intrusion, Miss Yu, but Mrs. Park has requested your presence in her office." I stared at her in silence for a moment. "She wants to see me? Do you know what for?" I could feel my stomach beginning to do somersaults. That I do not know. It is simply my duty to inform you of the request and escort you there." Okay. I guess. Lead the way." I tried to smile, hoping Miss Kim wouldn't sense my worry. She turned, and I followed behind her out the door. I'd never been anywhere near his mother's room before, so the area of the house we were in was completely new to me. Of course, it was just as gorgeous as the rest. Before long, we arrived outside a large black door. Miss Kim knocked. "Mrs. Park, Miss Yu has arrived." I listened intently, waiting for a response. Finally, we heard, "You may enter." Miss Kim opened the door, ushering me inside. The office was beautiful, elegant, and classy, just like Mrs. Park. She sat at her desk with a stoic expression as I entered. I felt a twinge of anxiety as I heard Miss Kim shut the door behind me. A part of me had hoped she would be staying. You wanted to see me?" I asked wearily as I stepped closer towards her desk. "Why, yes. Have you enjoyed your stay here?" She leaned back in her chair, gazing at me. I was honestly quite surprised by her question. It was not what I'd expected. I fumbled over my words for a moment before responding. I mean, yes, very much so. Your house is so lovely, and the room I was allowed to stay in was gorgeous. Everyone has been most gracious, so I'm very grateful." Once again, she was quiet as she looked at me for what felt like an eternity. "So then, everything was to your liking?" I nodded my head. "Including my son?" I paused. I wasn't sure how to respond to that. I decided to tread carefully. Of course, Hyung-sik has been nothing but kind to me and did so much to help me feel comfortable." She leaned forward, raising her eyebrow. "I'm quite sure he did more than just that, which leads me to my next question. Miss Yu, do you love my son?" I felt as though my heart stopped. Her piercing blue eyes felt as though they were burning right through me. Love? I hadn't even had a chance to think about it. I mean, I knew I was really into him, and I liked him a lot, but love? Love was such a strong word, and feeling. I looked down, as I thought quietly to myself. I care about him a lot. He always makes me smile and laugh. I miss him when he's away and feel on top of the world when I'm with him. He's always making my heart skip a beat and giving me butterflies. I also find myself wanting to know more and more about him and get jealous at the thought of him with other girls. Do I? Is that love? Miss Yu, I asked you a question. Now, I'll ask you again. Do you love my son? Her face was stern. I gulped and took a deep breath. Yes, ma'am. I love Hyung-sik. I couldn't believe the words that had just come out of my mouth. I said it. It was out there. And not even to Hyung-sik, but to his mother of all people. Her reaction took me by surprise. She smiled and stood up. Good. That's very good. She walked over towards me and smirked. Love is always the most motivating of factors when it comes to life. Now, that being said, I have an offer for you. I blinked. What was going on? Why was she acting like this? It made me uneasy, as I had no idea what to expect. She placed her hands on her hips, gazing at me with a serious expression. Convince Hyung-sik to sell the hotel in Sulani. It took me a second to register what she had said. I'm sorry. What? What do you mean? She chuckled. Exactly what I said. If you love my son, convince him to sell the hotel on the island. It's what needs to happen. He just doesn't realize it yet. I felt so much confusion at her request. I couldn't help but tell her what I knew. Hyung-sik loves that hotel. It means a lot to him. I don't think anything I say could convince him otherwise. Once again, she gave me an eerie smile. Well, you'll have to if you wish to stay with him. My heart stopped. I'm sorry? What do you mean by that? Her laugh filled the room. Oh dear Miss Yu, you don't get it? I guess I have to break things down for the islander to understand, now don't I? If you love my son, you'll convince him to sell the hotel. Otherwise, disappear from his life and never see him again. If you don't, I'll make sure you will. My mind began spiraling. I stopped breathing as I felt panic and anxiety creeping their way throughout my entire body. It felt as though a tsunami had just come through and washed away all the feelings I'd ever had. I was completely numb. Now, I know I just dumped a lot on you, so I'll give you some time to think about it. You have 1 month. Choose wisely. With that, she walked out of the room, calling to Miss Kim. Several minutes went by before I snapped out of it, as I heard Miss Kim calling out my name. Miss Yu? Miss Yu? Are you all right? I've been calling to you for quite a while. I cleared my throat. Oh, yes, I'm fine. Sorry about that. I was just zoned out for a minute. We need to head to the airport to catch your flight back to Sulani. Please, let's not waste any more time. I quickly and quietly followed behind her out to the car. The whole way to the airport, I kept replaying the whole conversation that had just happened in my head. My mind was reeling with so many thoughts. Confusion, doubt, worries, fear, and the unknown. I just wanted to see Hyung-sik. Maybe, just maybe, seeing him would help me to figure out what I was doing and how to deal with this ultimatum I'd been given. Yoonah has just landed back in Sulani from her long trip over to where Hyung-sik lives, and so she's just landed at the Sulani airport here, and I don't think I've ever really shown you guys this lot. I have to show it to you because it's so cute. Look at the airplanes, or as my little boy likes to call them, does. And isn't it so cool? Because it like totally fits the vibe of the island. And I don't even know how they made this, but they did. And so here is the Let's put the walls down a bit. This is the second story. You can see there's like a little kitchen area for like the workers, and then looks like Min is heading on up there. But then they've got vending machines on the inside. This is where they do their luggage check. There's the restroom. Oh, looks like we have some graffiti in there as well. But anyways, she is back here, as I said, and both Min and Do-hwan have come to meet up with her. And this girl, okay, this girl right here, she tried so hard, so hard. Let me put this away because that's going to annoy me. Oh my gosh, no, just go away. Okay, she tried so hard to take a nap on the flight on the way back, but it was like impossible. It was so hard because her mind was just racing because, yeah, she got that like ultimatum and she doesn't know what to do with herself right now. She's feeling a little bit off, is very uncertain. Oh, it looks like Do-hwan is grabbing himself a book. Maybe we can have them all come and sit together right here. Have a little chat. Let's see if we can get Min to come on down. There she is. Do-hwan's like, hey Yoonah, how are you? How was your flight? And she's like, it was pretty good. Where's Min? He's like, oh, there she is. She just went to the restroom real quick. She's like, oh my gosh, Yoonah, I'm so happy to see you. I've missed you so much. Like, you have to tell me everything. I want to know about everything that happened. Like, what? Like, did you two get some alone time? I'm assuming you were with his mother. Like, I need all the deets. And so Yoonah, she's having some time with Do-hwan here. He's like, everything went well, and Yoonah's just, yeah, you know, things went fine. Why wouldn't they? And he's like, I didn't say that they wouldn't, but. Now Min is chipping in and she's just like, girl, I need to know. Tell me. She's like, of course I will, Min, but I'm pretty exhausted. I'd really like to get back home and just rest a little bit. You know, I'm having a little bit of jet lag from the time difference. And Min's like, no, I get it, girl. And she's like, are you sure everything's okay? And she can tell that Yoonah seems a little bit off, but she is also understanding and that, you know, maybe it's true. Maybe she's just got a little bit of jet lag. Maybe she's just tired. There could be a lot of different things. So I'm going to go ahead and have Yoonah head on back to her house. So that way we can see if her family is at home or what. But also I wanted to tell you guys, before we leave this, I literally logged back into my game to start recording again, and every single character just suddenly aged up. So since that update happened, apparently that's what decided to go on in my game. So I literally had to go around and put everyone back at their right age. Like, her parents became elders, and I think her dog became an elder too. I actually need to fix that one because I forgot to. So let me go ahead and do that while I'm thinking about it, because I don't want our dog to go anywhere yet. But yeah, and like several Sims died and I had to take care of it. So, all right, that needing to be said, now that you guys know, oh no, her and Do-hwan are getting into some kind of weird argument. Let's get back to the house before anything else strange happens. She has arrived back at her house and she is so excited to see her family again. And it's one of those feelings of home sweet home. She sees her dad and he's like, Yoonah, it's so good to see you, honey. How was your trip? She's like, oh, Dad, it was good. It's so good to see you. How's everything been? Like your fishing trips, and how have things been going at the market? And he's like, oh, honey, it's actually been going really well. I've been getting some really good sales lately, and I've been finding some new customers, and I did go on a new trip, but I think I found a new species. She's like, oh, that's so exciting, Dad. I'm really excited for you. Congrats. And he's like, what about you? How did things go? And just kind of smiles, and it was all good, Dad. Things went well. He's like, are you sure? I know you were pretty worried about Hyung-sik's mother. And she's like, yeah, it was fine. And her dad can tell something is off, but he's not going to push the subject because he knows how she is. He knows that she's going to come and talk to him when she's ready. And I love that about her dad. Like, he knows how to read the room and to take care of her. But of course, here is Soa, and we all know that Soa wants to know everything. So Oh, looks like her sister Hanyul is so excited to see her too. She's like, hey sis, I really missed you. Oh my gosh, mom was nagging me so hard while you were gone. Like it was insane. She forced me to do all my homework and I couldn't like even sneak out to go do anything or hang out with my friends because you weren't here to distract her. And Yoonah's just, I'm sorry, Hanyul. Well, I'm back now, so hopefully things will ease up on you a little bit. She's like, I sure hope so. I mean, mom's trying to get me to be valedictorian, and I don't want to do that. That's so not me. That's more of like a you thing. And she's like, well, you never know, Hanyul. You could always give it a shot. And here comes Soa to greet Yoonah. She's like, oh, my little girl, there you are. Tell me, honey, how did it go? I want to know everything. So tell me, how was Hyung-sik? Was he doing well? And she's like, yes, mom, Hyung-sik was great. And oh, so did you guys have alone time? Did he propose? What's going on? She's like, oh my gosh, mom, why can you like not jump from 0 to 100? That was so bad. And what is Yoonah going? Oh, she's going to go get a drink. She needs to get a refreshing beverage because her mom is too much. She can't handle it. And so she's like, did you find anything out from Yoonah? What did she tell you? She's like, all I heard from Yoonah was that things are fine, mom, that things went well. And she's like, well, did they go great or just well? Like, I'm expecting more than that. I need to know all the details. I want to know, did they kiss? Are they together? Are they getting married? And Hanyul is like, mom, seriously, you need to go relax. Just go meditate or something. And Yoonah, she's just in here feeling so flirty, thinking about her boo. She does miss Hyung-sik so much. She really wants to spend time with him, but she's nervous too to see him again because, the whole situation with his mother. She doesn't know how to even bring it up. She's feeling so torn in so many different ways. She's like, do I do what she asked? But if I don't, she said I won't be a part of his life anymore. But how is she going to make that happen? Like, is she going to force me out? And so she just, oh my gosh, she's so stressed out and nervous. And also while we're here, I wanted to take a second to just thank you guys so much for being patient with me and letting me take that time off. I really, really needed it. I was feeling pretty sick. And like I said, I have an autoimmune disease and I was having a bad flare up and I was just so exhausted and with work and everything and taking care of my son. And I do have some news that I will be sharing with you guys here in a few weeks. I just want to make sure everything is all good before I do. And so I'm excited to share that with you. But anyways, I am just thankful that you guys have stuck around, and I do continue to plan on finishing this series and everything, so don't worry about that. But the episodes just might be a little more like sporadic, but I'd like to try to get a new episode out like one every 2 weeks kind of a thing. So maybe 2 episodes out a month is what I might have to do, just because things have been kind of hectic, and then plus with all the holidays coming up with the end of the year. So that's kind of what my plan is for right now. So I just wanted to give you guys that heads up so you're not like confused or wondering where I am. But of course, keep an eye on the community board. I will try to keep posts up there as well as on my Twitter. So make sure you check that for updates. So I did want to take a look at Yoonah's goals for her cooking. So we do need to cook 3 gourmet dishes at a single event. So like a dinner party, reach level 8 of the culinary career, which we are currently at level 6. And how close are we to a promotion? We are pretty close. We just have to get our performance up more. And then as for our skills, we've maxed out our cooking level. For baking, we're only at 3, and gourmet cooking, we're actually doing pretty good. So maybe we should have her come over here and try to bake a treat now that she's back. Everybody has missed her cooking. So of course, let's see what we can do. Donut holes. I'm trying to think of something she hasn't made yet. Let's do gourmet fruitcake. I don't think she liked fruitcake if I remember correctly. bread. We could do that. Oatmeal cookies, powdered donuts. Let's do some of those. I love me some powdered donuts. I think they're really good. I have not had them in a long time, but like, you know how you can like go to the grocery store and buy like the little bags of the powdered donuts and the chocolate covered donuts? Like, those are really good. Like, I used to eat those a lot when I was a kid because we would buy those. So like, we could have them like once a week kind of thing. And oh no, what's going on? Be insulted by Hanyul. Of course, our sister would do that. Yoonah can now bake cheesy bread, sourdough loaf, everything bagel, and sweet potato pie in a kitchen. She can also bake chocolate donuts. Yes, just what I was talking about. Exotic fruit tarts and mixed fruit tarts at the Cupcake Factory. But we all know nobody likes the Cupcake Factory. Okay, Hanyul, you need to calm down, honey, okay? Okay, like, you need to relax. But look, she's wanting to chat with Sohee, and I miss Sohee. We haven't talked to her in so long. We need to catch up with that girl so badly. And I wanted to, oh, I didn't mean to click that. I wanted to click on, oh my gosh, profile. So I have to say, like, ever since I got Love Struck, the expansion pack, all this like romance skill and like how it views the attractiveness system, like it's so confusing to me because the Sims I want to be attracted to each other aren't attracted, and then it like vice versa, and it's kind of agitating and frustrating. But anyways, look, her mom is literally following her, and here she's like, honey, why won't you tell me anything more? She's like, Mom, it was good. I went to this kind of party, ball, dance thing. And yes, I danced with Hyung-sik. Things were good. I met a lot of different business partners that their family has and everything like that. She's like, yeah, you danced? And did anything happen when you danced? And she's like, Mom, oh my gosh. Like, I'm not going to tell you things. Like, don't worry about it. It's my own personal life. And her mom is so upset that she is not getting the juicy details. She's like, maybe I can talk to Mean later. If Mean finds out the details, she can pass it along to me. And look at those donuts. Those are huge. Because I like the donuts we get from the store are like those little tiny ones. And so, yeah, that would probably be way too much sugar for me. Her dad, though, is in here inviting her. He's like, hey, honey, so would you want to go fishing with me later tonight? And she's like, yeah, that would actually be fun, Dad. I'd really like that. It's been a while since I've gotten to do it. And he's like, of course, honey. Does she have work tonight, though? I totally forgot. Hold on. No, she has work in 22 hours, so we're okay. So she will go to work tomorrow, and so then we will be a-okay. And look at the beautiful sunset. I've missed how beautiful it looks here in Sulani. Oh my gosh, the sun is huge. It's huge today. My goodness, but look at the colors and the sky. Oh, I love those shades. And oh my gosh, is there a party going on over here? There is, and there is Colt and Do Hwan. There is a lot going on, so let's go over here. Hanyul is totally going to sneak out again to try to come over here. She's going to compliment his outfit. Of course she would. She's like, I like you in your swimsuit. And why are these chickens just like walking around? Can you do anything to the chickens? You should be able to chase them. That would be so fun. But okay, and this lady is not supposed to be old either. She's supposed to just be an adult. So I'm going to change her age back to an adult because I'm so tired of everyone just aging up suddenly. Like, yeah, see, Hakun Wong, he is not supposed to be an adult. He's still a young adult. Like, this is so upsetting. Like, why is everybody just changing? But anyways, let's take a look at our boy Hakun. Hey boy, it's been a while since we saw you. You still a jerk? Probably. Okay, Hanyul, where are you at, girl? Where are you at? Oh my gosh, why isn't she coming? A smooth apology? Girl, you better come over here and apologize to Colt. She's totally got such a crush on him. And oh my gosh, everybody's like in shock about him wearing that swimsuit. I think they all think he's in the nude, if you know what I mean. So here comes our girl Hanyul. She's come up here. Girl, I like how she's wearing winter clothes. She's like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to offend you last time. But oh, it looks like she did fix the problem. Okay. She's going to discuss some interest with him. And let's see if we can roommate. I think not. Small talk. I can't remember if we asked him all these questions or not, but sure. Oh, she learned that he has the fishing skill. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, he's going to play some guitar. Oh my gosh, even though he's terrible at it, look at her smile. She's like, oh my goodness. It's Colt. He's so handsome in everything that he does. Look at his tattoos. Oh my goodness. And let's check back over here. Yoonah is enjoying some time. Hey, I heard you became friends with Hanul. You, of course we did. She's our sister. No, he's not a perfectionist, but all right, well, we're going to go ahead now that it's getting towards evening. We are going to head out with our dad to go fishing. Let's have her go ahead and grab a donut to eat because she is getting pretty hungry. And where's dad? Of course, he's out here swimming. Of course he is. And is there a bathroom? There should be the bathroom nearby. Oh, no, there's not. Oh my gosh, she has to go all the way back to the house just to use the bathroom. That is so dumb. So I don't know what's going on, but for some reason, Yoonah is fishing on this boat. And I really don't understand what's going on because I've never seen my Sims do that. So there's definitely some kind of a weird glitch. And then like when I try to get him to come and fish, it says that he can't. So like if I say fish together with Yoonah, like what's gonna happen? Like are they still gonna try to, yeah, like see, it's saying that he can't because she's on this boat. But why are they on the boat? Like I guess you can fish on the boat, but that's so strange. Anyways, okay. Well, I guess we won't fish. Oh my gosh, get away from the lionfish. That's terrifying. But okay, let's just swim with her dad and they're gonna just have a little casual conversation since the fishing thing isn't really working. So he's like, hey, so was there anything that you wanted to talk about? You seem like you have a lot on your mind. And Yoonah's just telling him, yeah, Dad, I went to that party with Hyung-sik and things went pretty well. I did run into some people from his past and everything like that, but Hyung-sik reassured me it was nothing major. And his family, his grandfather is really kind. I think you'd really like him, and he seemed to really like me, and I made some meals for them, and things seemed to go really well there. And his mother, I mean, she was pretty nice to me, but she wasn't really there a whole lot of the time. She was so busy with work and, so she's letting him know that basically it wasn't like too big of a deal. And he's like, well, is that all? Because you seem to be sighing a lot. And she's like, well, there was something that kind of happened before I left and all that, but I don't know if I want to talk about it or if now's the right time. And he's like, listen, honey, you tell me when you're ready. I'm not going to push the subject. You let me know if you do want to talk about it, if you need my opinion or anything like that. And she's like, thanks, Dad. I do really appreciate it. I just, I feel like this is something I need to try to think about on my own for a bit and all of that. And he's like, so is Hyung-sik coming back? And she's, yes, of course he is, Dad. He had to stay back to finish up a few more business things, but he's supposed to be back here soon, I think. I hope. So our girl, she is feeling pretty hopeful about that. She really wants to see his face to help her feel better. So anyways, it is getting pretty late. It's almost midnight, so we need to get her on back to the house and get her to sleep. And let's see what Hanul, oh my gosh, she's doing her homework. Look at that, probably because their mom pushed her to. That wouldn't surprise me. Oh, Mom's going for the powdered donuts. I can't blame her. They're a good option. Good morning, everyone. Yoonah has woken up feeling much better. She's feeling very inspired because she woke up and made some eggs Benedict for her family. And it does feel good to get back in the kitchen and start cooking. It's gotten her really inspired to try some new recipes and things like that. Looks like she's trying to help her mom out with laundry. And so, yeah, they are trying to just get some things around the house done. Her dad went to work this morning and then he came back. He did not get to sleep last night, so he is exhausted. So he's gonna go catch some shut-eye. And her mom, oh my goodness, they broke the toilet again. 900 simoleons. Holy crap, that's like a lot. So I'm gonna see if her mom can fix this. I have no idea if she can. She's not really the handy one in the family, but we can always hope and try. And her sister is over at school. Is this a trash plant? It is. Yoonah, get rid of this trash plant. Like, nobody wants this. It's gross. It's going to be smelly. I don't know why it's even here to begin with. Oh my goodness. What is this? Pristine damp. We need to take to hamper. do laundry, hang on the clothesline. There we go. Let's get those put on up. There we go, looking nice and clean. Okay, and then let's go ahead and replace this water because it's looking a little nasty, to be honest. So, okay, everyone is doing well. I forget what time she goes into work. So she does leave at 3 o'clock. So she is pretty excited. She has actually missed work because she misses being in the kitchen. They do have a few catering events tonight. Her mom is coming to check on her. She's like, did you get some good sleep last night? You ready for work today? Yes, Mom, I am. I'm actually pretty excited. I've got several events tonight that we're catering for, so I think it'll go really well. And she's trying to play it off, the mom is, that her daughter's still not telling her things. She's like, okay, honey, well, I wish you the best of luck today. And she's over here secretly texting me, like, hey, Mean, do you have any details about anything that went on with Yoonah? She's like, oh my gosh, Miss you, I haven't spent time with her yet. Like, I saw her at the airport, but she didn't tell me everything that happened. She was so tired. So I'll have to spend time with her separately. So her mom is like, fine. So I'm just going to let her kind of do her thing and relax until it is time to head off to work. Yoonah has gotten home from work today, or tonight I should say, and she is feeling sad, but it's because, so it popped up and said that their family friend, Tong, that he passed away, but okay guys, in my storyline, he's not passing away. Not yet, at least. So I brought him back to life, but yeah, so that should just be a moodlet that needs to go away. But anyways, our girl did a really good job at work today. So you can see we did get her performance up quite a bit. I think we might be able to get her promoted tomorrow. So I'm really hoping, which will then get us up to level 7. So we are getting so close to finishing our aspiration. And then of course we need to start working towards our goal of our girl having her own restaurant. So yeah, she's pretty excited about the thought of that, because the higher she climbs in this career, in this ladder, the more she feels like she has a higher chance of succeeding. So reward trait is fresh chef. Fresh chefs always make the highest quality food and it never spoils. Oh my gosh, that's so helpful. It doesn't ever spoil. I didn't know that was a thing. Also, reward store, I don't think I've looked at this for quite a while. Like, I want to see what kind of things we have in here. Always welcome. I feel like that's something that everyone has to have. I feel like I already had that, but anyways, we can have her. Sims with heat acclimation aren't affected as much by hot weather, but can still feel the effects. She's definitely that because she's an islander. Observant, learn the traits of others just by meeting them. I don't know about that. Speed cleaners. I'd say she's pretty quick with cleaning, just because she's had to do it her whole life. Sims do not get wet in the rain. No. Inspire to build relationships and gain skills outside their home and neighborhood. Morning sim, build extra skills in the morning. Night owls. I don't think she's really like either one of those. Stoves and grills master. Have chance of to create impeccable quality consumables that use stoves and grills. She could probably be that, but heat proof, aren't negatively affected by hot temperatures and enjoy the heat. So, okay, well, anyways, that is enough of those for right now. And then as for her sister, oh, she only has 430 because I've barely done anything for them. But you know what? That's fine. It's fine, right? So Yoonah, she is a foodie. We have here essence of flavor. Sims with the essence of flavor make higher quality food and drink. And then we have she has a fear of being judged and of a dead-end job. But girl, you don't have a dead-end job. Like, you're gonna be fine. And then we have all these things of what triggers her jealousy. And oh my gosh, she's got such a good reputation. And I wanted to take a look at what this says for our boy Hyung-sik. Like, see, it's like everything reset almost when I started my game up again. But they're deeply connected. Hyung-sik's romantic feelings satisfied. He's satisfied in his romance with Yoonah. Improve this through romantic interactions that cater to each Sim's romance style turn-ons and avoid the romance style turn-offs. Also be mindful not to be mean or violate any romantic boundaries. So they're both satisfied. 2 Sims, 1 heart. Soulmates, good compatibility, and best friends. I'm quite confused because I feel like all my Sims keep getting frozen and it's kind of agitating me. I'm really hoping that I can get them all to start moving around. Like everyone's getting stuck in the house. Like whoever tries to cook gets stuck. Whoever tries to clean gets stuck. So it's kind of aggravating. And like my queues over here, they just keep getting really stuck and long. And I'm just not sure what is going on. In the midst of a midlife crisis, Soa's decided photography is her thing and wants to do it more often. Sure, Soa, you do you, okay? Like, not a big deal. And Hanyul, I don't even know what she's doing. Like, this girl's just been standing around. She was trying to make a salad this morning, and then that kept freezing and getting stuck. But I'm going to let Yoonah try to make something to eat for breakfast. I don't even know what she's doing. Tandoori butter naan. That sounds delightful to me right now, but seems a little weird for breakfast. But then once she finishes getting ready, we are going to go and spend a little bit of time with Min because of course we haven't gotten to talk with our bestie yet since we got back, and she's wanting to know how things went. And oh my gosh, there's Yoonah just showing off, girl. We know you are skilled. And oh my gosh, so are you finally cleaning? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, because it looks nasty. Yoonah has arrived at the beach with Min and they're just having some time swinging and chatting. She's trying to find out. She's like, hey Yoonah, how have things been going? Tell me more about your trip. She's like, well, I told you about that big party, right? And Mina's like, yes, tell me everything. What was it like? She's like, well, I did get to wear this gorgeous dress. Hyung-sik's grandfather actually bought it for me. And oh my gosh, it was so amazing to wear something like that. And the party was so fancy. And there were these 2 girls we ran into. And apparently you could tell that they both had a thing for Hyung-sik. But he told me that nothing ever happened with them. And like he straight said some things to their faces that, oh my gosh, girl, I wish you were there to see it because it was too much. And it made me blush so badly. So I love how she's just getting to tell her finally all the juicy secrets about what happened there. And so Mina's just squealing along with her and then talking about how they kissed and them getting to go have massages together and going to the spa. And Mina's like, oh my gosh, girl, it sounds like a dream. It's amazing. I'm so excited for you. And so Yoonah is so happy to hear that her friend's happy. Oh my gosh, look, of course Do-hwan showed up. Min's over there. Looks like she's almost like blowing kisses to him. She's like, hey boo, how are you? I'm trying to spend time with Yoonah. Do-hwan, go away. We're having girl talk. Can't you get a hint? Go away. I'm gonna kick you in the face if you don't walk away, Do-hwan. Get away. And he's like, but Min, I miss you. She's like, it's literally been 1 day. That's it. And so look, he's like, I won. She's gonna come spend time with me. And then Yoonah's feeling a little bit sad because she wants to tell Min about what happened with Mrs. Park, but at the same time, she's just still so scared. She doesn't want to. She feels like if she talks about it to someone, then it's going to like make it more, I guess, realistic in a sense, because she wants to believe that it didn't happen. And then she also knows that Min right away would be like, oh my gosh, she's crazy, like don't do that, like blah blah. But then she's also scared, like what if Mrs. Park is like being honest, that she's gonna just like push her out of his life. Like how is she gonna go about doing that and everything? So it looks like Min is out here having a chat with her dear old dad out in the water. So I'm glad that things seem to go well with her and Min. And what's this guy doing? I don't know. He's just staring at the seagulls over here. But Yoonah has to go to work here soon, so we're gonna go ahead and head back. It was fun catching up with Min. She loved hearing about the party and everything because you know our girl, she likes stuff like that. So alright guys, I will see you when she gets back from work. Well, last night I tried to get Yoonah promoted, but it didn't really work out. She got really close to it, but she is of course now experiencing burnout, which is not helping the situation at all. So yeah, I don't think we'll be getting that promotion anytime soon. But she is feeling really happy, and if you want to know why, it's because she finally heard from Hyung-sik. He sent her a text letting her know that he is going to be coming back tomorrow, and so she is so happy to hear that and to know that he really is coming back to the island. But once again, she knows that whole situation that happened between her and Mrs. Park, and she's not really sure what to do. So her plan right now is just to act like nothing has happened, just because she wants to see him and see how things go, and then she's going to kind of make up her mind from there. So yeah, we'll just have to kind of see if she gets any vibes from it. Maybe she can try to bring it up. I'm not quite sure. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. So thank you so much, Tater Tots, for joining me on this return of the K-drama legacy. I hope you guys enjoyed it and the drama that is here now. And if you aren't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the future episodes. Drop a comment down below, and don't forget to hit that like button. And I hope you guys are looking forward to the next episode. Like I said, it'll probably take me about 2 weeks to get the next one out, just because of how things are right now currently in my real life. So anyways, I hope you guys are looking forward to it, and I will keep you posted if anything changes. So thank you once again, and I will catch you next time. See ya! 'Cause girl, you make me